Ever felt like English sounds are playing hide and seek with your tongue? You're not alone. Welcome to Daily English Learning episode. Dr. Rossi, why do so many English sounds like the infamous to become such stumbling blocks for learners from all over the world?
Great question, Alex. It comes down to a battle between our mouth's muscle memory and new sound demands. For example, the sound ta3 sound in think doesn't exist in languages like French or Japanese. Learners unconsciously substitute familiar sounds, so think turns into sink or fink. Add in vowel confusion like beach versus bitch, and you've got a recipe for embarrassing mix-ups.
That's both fascinating and a little terrifying. Which pronunciation mishaps do you hear most often, and why do they stick out to you?
One that always catches my ear is the overpronunciation of silent letters. People say every letter in words like February or comfortable, turning them into tongue twisters. For instance, February is just feb, ru, I, not feb, ru, e. These habits result from spelling interfering with natural speech patterns, a challenge for anyone learning English.
That really highlights how English pronunciation is often at odds with its spelling. Let's dig into some practical fixes in our next segment. Let's get hands-on. Dr. Rossi, what's your go-to exercise for helping learners master the tricky sound, which seems to haunt so many English students?
Absolutely. I always start with physical awareness. Place your tongue gently between your teeth and blow air out. Don't let your vocal cords vibrate. That's the voiceless, sioni, ta3, in thin. For the voiced, the, in this, add some buzz with your vocal cords. The, this. Practicing in front of a mirror helps reinforce the correct tongue and mouth position.
I love that you focus on mouth awareness. Are there any common mistakes you see when people try to imitate native pronunciation, especially with these sounds?
Definitely. Many learners substitute S or Z for th, especially in words like think and this. Another pitfall, neglecting mouth shape differences for vowels, like confusing A in bat with A in Bart. Using analogies like smiling wide for bat and dropping your jaw for Bart makes these subtle differences easier to grasp.
That's such a helpful tip. Let's transition to how native speakers seem to swallow or blend words, making things even trickier for learners. So, Dr. Rossi, why do English words often sound so different in conversation compared to how they're spelled or taught in class? For example, literally becomes almost unrecognizable.
That's the magic and frustration of connected speech. Native speakers naturally chunk words to speed up communication. In literally, unstressed vowels turn into a schwa, producing lit, ra. This is called vowel reduction. Consonants can vanish to sandwich, often loses the dead and becomes san, widge, and words linked together. Hold on flows into hold on.
Wow, so textbook English is almost a different language. How can learners train their ears and mouths to handle these reductions and the fast pace of real conversations?
Shadowing is my top recommendation. Mimic TV or movie dialogue in real time, focusing on reductions like gonna for going to and contractions like shoulda for should have. Pay close attention to intonation too, since rising tones often signal questions. Research shows this active listening and imitation builds both confidence and fluency.
That's a fantastic approach. Now let's discuss some targeted practice hacks for the toughest sounds. Dr. Rossi, what's your number one hack for helping learners make lasting improvements in their pronunciation, especially when dealing with sounds that don't exist in their native language?
My favorite is mirror therapy. Watch your mouth as you form sounds. For instance, compare V versus W. Vest needs you to bite your lip, while West wants puckered lips. For the English curl your tongue back, but don't roll it like in Spanish. Visual feedback accelerates muscle training, just like athletes reviewing game footage.
That's a brilliant analogy. Are there other creative exercises, especially for self-learners without immediate access to native speakers?
Absolutely. I encourage a 7-day sound challenge. Start by mastering 5 tough words each day like clothes, rural, or squirrel. Record yourself shadowing short audio clips from social media, then ask a native speaker to point out your quirkiest word. Studies show self-recording and feedback loops boost progress by up to 40%.
That's motivating. As we wrap up, any final words for listeners feeling overwhelmed by English pronunciation?
Embrace your accent. The goal isn't perfection, it's clear communication. Focus on reducing misunderstandings, not erasing your identity. Every attempt is progress, so keep practicing and celebrate small wins. And don't forget to subscribe the channel.